Let's stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, if there's anyone who wishes to speak on anything that's not on an agenda, we would allow 5 minutes' time for any matter. Please state your name and address for the record. Is there anyone over here who would like to speak? This side? Hearing none, we will close the open forum. If there's anyone who will be speaking on anything on the agenda, would you please stand so you can be sworn in by our clerk?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. All right, has everyone received the minutes and reviewed them? Yes. Can I hear a motion to waive the reading of the minutes and accept as distributed?
So moved.
Make the motion.
Second.
I got a motion here, second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Mr. Trask, I believe you are up.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
First case that we have today is City of Oldsmar versus Mary Kramer. This is for the property located at 506 Devonshire Street, and the city is going to call Greg Slimman as the city's witness. Greg, you've been sworn in today, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you state your full name and your occupation and job responsibilities here at the city?
My name is Greg Silliman. I'm Code Enforcement Officer for the City of Oldsmar, and I enforce city codes and ordinances.
Are you familiar with this property that's located at 506 Devonshire Street?
Yes.
Is this a code enforcement case? Was it complaint driven or was it a proactive enforcement?
It was complaint driven.
Okay. And what was the complaint that the city received?
The condition of the house, and it being in dangerous condition with broken windows, broken front doors, damaged roof.
Okay. Did you go out to the property to determine whether or not there was an actual violation that was occurring on the property?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and what date did you go out to the property?
On 6/10/25.
What did you find when you went there?
The house in disrepair. Front deck was damaged. There's damage to the roof on the carport, the existing roof on the house. The front door was open, besides the screen or glass door. Windows were open and there was no power meter in the house.
Okay. Did you determine that that was a violation of the city code?
Yes.
What section of the city code did you determine it to be a violation of?
Section 26-63, accumulation of rubbish, trash, refuse, junk, and other abandoned materials, any condition which harbors rats, mice, snakes, or other vermin in any building or structure which is in dilapidated condition that is unfit for human habitation.
Okay. Did you determine who the property owner was?
Yes, it did.
How did you determine that?
Pinellas County Property Appraiser's website,
And what did that tell you?
but the owner is a Mary Kramer.
Okay. And so once you determined that there was a violation, did you issue a code violation notice?
Yes, it did.
Okay. And when you sent that notice out, what code sections did you actually cite in addition to the 2663 you just mentioned?
Section 26-62, the prohibited.
Okay. And what does that provide?
It should be unlawful for any person to cause, permit, or maintain, or allow the creation or maintenance of a nuisance.
When you prepared this code violation notice, did you send it to Mrs. Kramer at the address 506 Devonshire Street?
Yes.
Okay. And did you send it by regular mail and certified mail?
Yes.
Okay. Did the regular mail come back to the city?
The regular mail did not.
Did the certified mail come back to the city?
Yes.
Okay. Was it signed or not signed?
Not signed.
All right. In that code violation notice, did you provide Ms. Kramer with a period of time in which she needed to come into compliance?
Yes, 30 days.
Okay. Did she come into compliance within the 30 days that you gave her?
No,
Did you issue a notice of hearing for today's hearing?
I did.
Okay. When you issued the notice of hearing for today's hearing, did you send it by regular mail and certified mail?
Yes.
Did the regular mail come back to the city?
No.
Did the certified mail come back to the city?
Yes.
All right. Did you then post the property with the notice of hearing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and when did you post the notice of property?
It was
The
posted
notice
on,
of hearing on the property, I'm sorry.
the notice hearing was posted on 7/8 of this year.
Okay. Did you also post it at City Hall?
Yes, I did.
All right. And when you were out to the property on June 10th, did you take photographs of the property?
I did,
Okay. Do you have those today?
yes.
Okay. All right. And if you could, let's go ahead and number the photographs, 1 and 2. And then if you could tell us what each one of those photographs depict.
All right, photo number 1 is an overall picture of the front of the house, shows the deck, and the damage to the roof.
Okay, the next picture?
Photo 2 is it's a closer shot of the house in the front porch deck area that's in disrepair. Picture number 3 is the damaged roof over the carport area of the home. Picture 4 is a photograph of they're not fully open but accessible windows. Photo number 5 is a photo of the power Chico box without the meter, showing it has no power running to the home.
Oh,
So the home is vacant?
Yes,
Okay. When you went out, after June the 10th, did you go back out to the property to determine whether or not it was still in violation? For example, did you go just before this hearing today?
yes, I did.
Okay. So did you take additional photographs when you went?
Today I did, yes.
Okay. And if you could number those photographs and tell us what they depict as well.
Photo number 1 is the front of the house, as in the previous picture. Photo 2 is a picture of the damaged carport. Photo 3 is a picture, it shows other damage on the front of the roof and the open front door.
Okay. So as of today, then, the violation still exists, correct?
Yes.
Have you had any contact from the property owner's contractor on this property?
I did. The last contact I had was just this afternoon with the contractor, with Rescue Restoration. He's in the first processes of trying to get a survey for the property, which is the first step of getting the demolition permit.
So it's the property owner's intention to demo the entire building, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if the code enforcement board found a violation today, how much time do you think it would be a reasonable period of time to bring the property into compliance?
45 days.
Okay? And if the property is not brought into compliance within 45 days, what do you think would be a reasonable daily fine?
$250.
And why would it be $250?
For the safety issue of the home, it could be an attraction to children. I won't even walk on the deck, the front deck. It's in that disrepair. The front door is open, and the windows could easily be accessed.
Okay. All right. I didn't ask you about the affidavit of service. Once you posted the property and posted the city hall with the notice of hearing for today, did you issue an affidavit of service?
Yes, I did.
And what does the affidavit of service provide?
It states that on July 8th, I mailed out the notice of hearing regular mail and certified mail. On July 8th, I posted a notice of hearing at the physical location of 506 Devonshire, and it was also posted at City Hall.
Okay. So when you posted the property, did you also take a photograph of the posting at the property?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and did you take a photograph of the posting of the notice of hearing at City Hall?
I did.
Okay, and do you have those photographs today?
Yes.
And if you could just number them, so the code enforcement board knows which ones are which.
So photo 1 is a picture of the posting in the front yard of the home. Photo number 2 is the same photo, just a close-up of the paperwork. Photo 3 and photo 4 are pictures of it posted at City Hall.
Okay. All right, I don't have any other questions of you, Greg. I am going to tender some documents and evidence. So first of all, let's put the photographs that you took on June the 10th with the code violation notice. All right. And then if I could have the notice of hearing. All right, so at this time, I'm going to tender in evidence the following documents. The code violation notice, which is dated June the 10th, the photographs that were attached to that notice, code violation notice, the returned certified mail, the certified mail receipt. I'm also going to tender in evidence the notice of hearing for today and the envelope showing that the certified mail was returned. In addition to that, attached to it is the property appraiser and tax collector's records for the ownership. I'm also going to tender in evidence the affidavit of service, which shows how the notice of hearing was served, and attached to that are the photographs that we just went over. And lastly, I'm going to provide to you the photographs that were taken today. Ask that they be received into evidence.
Thank you. Let the record show that we have accepted these previously listed into evidence of this case. I'll start over here.
Thank you.
So Greg is our only witness on this case, and so I don't know if the property owner is here or not, but she may have cross-examination or additional information. Do you have any questions of Greg?
No, I would like to, Greg is my hero. I'm going to thank him. I love him. We speak more frequently than I like to be on a first-name basis with somebody in his position. My name's Natalie Donahue. I am the daughter of Mary Ann Kramer and her power of attorney, longtime resident of Oldsmar. I raised my children here. This is my parents, my family home. They bought it about 30 years ago. Anyway, family illnesses, things occurred, deaths occurred. And my purpose has been to save our family property. Every time. Thank you. Anyhow, long story short, the door wasn't always open or strange things like that, and it wasn't always an abandoned house. It was an old wooden home that my parents lived in. Pop's got dementia, cancer, you know. We went through it. I was going to always demo it anyway, just because it was old and it needed to be repaired, and because of our 50% rule, or I would have. It has really strong bones. I would have, you know, slowly done rehab on the house and kept the paint. It's a beautiful piece of property. It's been, like I said, forever. We're well known in Oldsmar, my whole family. But in between that process, I'd had a major accident, had facial reconstruction, so the money I had saved, first for a down payment, my own home, my first house in Oldsmar, and I bought right out of grad school. I mean, this is my town, and it's so embarrassing, and I cry every time I talk to him too. It's like, I can't, this is the one area where so many family, I don't know if you know where the property is. It's down the street from the park. Well, you know our family. But I mean, there's so many memories. Anyhow, my family was losing everything. I decided to take on. I paid mom's mortgage, took care of mom, took care of my children as a single mom, and then, like I said, I had a major accident and needed facial reconstruction. Lost these teeth. Still haven't been able to have them placed, which is, I'm a professional. That's humiliating standing in front of you or anyone on earth. But, so that started it. And then, then the hurricanes came. And so, yeah, when I came afterwards to check on the house and I tried to open the door, it like started to come off the frame. At that point, didn't matter anyway because this house was already going, but, but I had literally, no kidding, been waiting this entire time for the check from
Excuse me.
flood insurance.
Excuse me. John, would you give Miss Donnelly some tissue, please?
I'm so sorry. And no kidding, the check from flood insurance just the first portion just came late July, as Greg's been waiting for me, and I think everybody thinks I'm, to be honest with you, no. I don't think anyone even believed me anymore when you say the check's in the mail. But it was. It finally came, and it was only the first portion. I hired a contractor. He said, oh, within a week after you pay me. And, of course, then there's a hold on the check because it's a large amount. And I'm getting anxiety. But God, I promise it's coming. And in the meantime, how can I promise anything? I have nothing. And then the sign shows up for today's meeting. But I'm like, it's fine. That house is going to be demoed before that meeting. I'm going to walk in and be like, what house? What pictures? And here I am, humiliated more. The guy did get a hold of him today. He said that he needed a survey. He spoke to someone in the city, that there was a bunch of, I don't know. I don't understand why everything's taking so long. But I have paid a contractor. He's waiting for the land survey, and then obviously he can get the permit. I thought this was going to be like 8 months ago, so I just can't believe I'm standing here having this conversation. Anyway, I'm still paying a mortgage on this home that nobody can live in to save it for the sake of my family and I'm not letting go of the idea of I'm going to live on that land. My mom's now in a nursing home. She lost a leg through this. We're bringing her home. We're bringing her home. My kids and everyone are all working really hard. And we're praying really hard because I could have already bought a house in Palm Harbor now. You know what I mean? I could have done a lot of things with this. It's my town, and I'm not giving up. I put a lot of money into this. I'm not giving up. Anyway, anything you have, ask of me. It's humiliating myself up here, and I'm sorry about that.
Ms. Donnelly, is your intention to demolish the home?
Absolutely.
And you've
There's
already
no-
hired, okay, rescue restoration? Does anyone have questions?
Mr. Donnelly, the only question I had was, and I understand you're upset, and
Yeah,
I
no,
just
I'm
want,
upset.
my hearing's not great, so I'm just trying to reiterate what you said. Did you say originally, after all this happened, you had a couple contractors come?
Well, I had
Or
gotten.
is this the first one as
This is
of
the first one I
today?
hired. No. I had talked to people over the last few years, but then actually hired someone. These guys I got in contact with, I guess, right after the hurricane. Not, like, oh my gosh, now I have no choices. I really need to get this movie. The initial amount that I had saved went towards a really bad accident. So I needed plastic surgery and I needed 14 days to pay a plastic surgeon to save my eye and my face. And so that just kind of delayed stuff, but it's a delay. I didn't see a hurricane coming. Then when it did, I thought that was actually a godsend. Okay, so now flood insurance, and that's fine. I have to demo this house anyway, because it wasn't the 49% rule. So I just didn't think it was going to take this long. But no, I've been in that. Like, I was frustrated with him, and I get it. You have to wait for your money to move forward. But things like getting the contractors, his name on the list of people. I don't know what the words are for these things, but people that work in different counties. I figure if you accepted a job 8 months ago, that stuff would be ready to go. But I guess I'm very new to this process, so I'm at the mercy of just how the process goes.
But the condition of the house was prior to the hurricanes? The
No, this
habitation?
degree of
This is all-
condition, no,
But prior to that, though?
no, absolutely not. No, we lived in and out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we lived in and out of the house when I needed to. The carport, a tree had come down sometime before, so the carport, that was yes. But like the deck, the decking, I didn't see the picture, but I know the house. That came down from trees during that process. So I have pictures of it, before and after. Like, some of it, did it start getting weak or breaking in areas? Yes, some was actually new and newly repaired prior to the first time that Greg had to come out. That'd be near the front door, new railing, a gate to keep my pops in because he had to mention he was starting to get out at night and scare neighbors. But then, like, the crushed part where we used to do our barbecuing and stuff, that came down from a tree. Yeah, in the back, we'd had to have the city come out because the sheds and stuff, but trees had come down and crushed them. And then I was like, now what? Like, I thought that I was going to be paying for that all at once, when you're going to have the house demoed. I didn't know that God was going to keep bowling it so that it was going to come in, and that was prior to the hurricane, but some other storm, but it wasn't the house itself. It was the sheds until I had to get the trees removed. And then, I'm going to have to deal with the city and liens because you guys had come out to excavate that backyard, because that was exactly at the time where I'm like, okay, well, now I got to do something. I didn't want to spend the money on the backyard only, but here we go. And then I had the accident. So then I told Greg, I'm like, I can't pay
Oh.
to get it.
Ms. Donnelly, what is your request for the board today?
I don't know that I have a request. I think 45 days. Isn't that, can you imagine this could go on any more than 45 days? Do I need more than 40?
If, whatever is decided, you always have an opportunity to appeal as well in writing within the 30 days after the
I
decision.
feel like this contractor's already been hired. He's already got this ball moving. All logical, educated parts of me say 45 days. That's got to be plenty. But everything, the part of me that's been through this process up to now is like, oh my gosh, is that enough? What if I'm humiliated again? I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I feel like it's fair, and I'm also terrified.
But you did sign a contract for, and
Oh,
did
yeah, this
he give
contract's
you a
been
completion date?
Sorry?
Did he give you a completion date in the contract by chance?
No, because they
And
had to
there's
wait for
also,
the
there's
money.
also permits and everything to
Things you gotta go
obtain
over
and
it.
so forth like that, but, again, so we will discuss it, and, does anybody have any questions? Question? Would someone like to make a motion? Thank you. Ms. Donnelly, did you have anything further to say? Okay, thank you very much.
No, you're first.
I'll go ahead and make a motion. I move, based on the testimony, evidence, and facts presented in the law, that at the time the alleged violations of 2662, 2663 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Oldsmar was in force and effect, the respondent was in violation thereof. The respondents have until we said 45 days. What was the calendar date on that? Do we know?
23rd,
23rd? 23rd?
I guess.
You want to go 45 or 60?
21st, okay.
Amend it.
Just so I have it right in the motion. So the respondent have until the 21st day of September 2025 to come into compliance with the code section, or a fine of $250 per day shall be imposed for each day thereafter the respondent remain in violation of the said code section.
Do I have a second? Wait a minute, you have to,
I'd like to,
no, you have to second it
oh,
first.
second.
before you
I'll second.
Who second? Peggy? Okay. All right, any discussion? No.
I have a question of whether we can give her a little more time on this, if you think it would be, advantageous to keep her in compliance or get her back into compliance of 60 days.
That's amongst yourselves.
Okay,
Oh,
all
sorry.
right. Are you going to make a motion to do that?
Yes, I'd
Okay.
like to make a motion that we,
To amend then, right?
to amend the,
60 days?
to 60 days,
I'll
yes.
second
Second
it
it?
to change it to 60 days. I'll second
Okay,
that.
it has been moved and seconded to amend the motion, the original motion, to change it to 60 days. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the motion will now read to
What's the date on the 60 days then?
give it to, 60 days. The original motion to amend it to 60 days. October 7th. Can,
You want me to start it again?
nope,
Everybody knows what we're doing?
yep. And so I need a second on the amended
So
motion.
moved.
Oh, we're so moved, yeah.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ms. Donnelly, you'll have 60 days, okay? And we want, we encourage you very much to keep in touch with the city and with Mr. Stillman and the planning department so that we can make it done. And if there's any issues, we'll look at it again. But remember, you do have the ability to appeal should you need to, but we're really harder on those. So, good luck to you. Okay, Mr. Trask, number 3.
Yeah, so number 3 on the agenda is, there's 2 things happening in this case. The first thing is that the city wants to go ahead and submit an affidavit of non-compliance. This is just to reflect that pursuant to the previous board order, that the property owner did not bring the property into compliance timely, and we'll be submitting that, followed by a request by the property owner, Mr. Townsend, to have some additional time to get his property into compliance, which the city has no objection to. There is a request to have 30 additional days given to Mr. Townsend. That would put it about September the 5th or 6th. City has no objection to that. But first of all, I need to address the affidavit of noncompliance. And so, Greg, if you can please state your name again, your job occupation, and your responsibilities here at the city.
Greg Sullivan, I'm Code Enforcement Officer for the City of Oldsmar. where I enforce the city codes and ordinances.
All right. Once you received this letter from Mr. Townsend dated July 14th, did you schedule that matter for today's hearing?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And did you issue a notice of hearing and send it to him by certified and regular mail?
Yes.
Okay, was the plain mail, did it come back to the city?
No.
Okay. Did you receive the green card back from Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Okay, it was signed?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and take that. Did you also put a sign on the property with regard to posting the property for the notice of hearing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and when did you do that?
That was done on July 15th.
Okay. And did you also post City Hall?
Yes,
Okay, did you issue a affidavit of service for the posting?
I did.
Okay, and what does that affidavit of service provide?
It states that on the 15th of July, I mailed a notice of hearing, certified return receipt requested, and regular mail. On July 15th, I posted the property at 314 Country Club with a notice of hearing, and it was also posted at City Hall.
All right, I'll take that. Did you, let me ask you this, did you take photographs of the posting of the property and the posting at City Hall?
Yes,
And
they're
are-
attached.
Are they attached to the affidavit of service?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take that. As for the affidavit of non-compliance, did the property come into compliance timely?
No, it did not.
Okay, did you issue an affidavit of non-compliance for the board to consider?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have that here today?
Yes.
Okay. All right, do you or the city have any objection to Mr. Townsend's extension?
I do not.
Okay. All right, I have no other questions for you. I'm going to tender into evidence the following things. The notice of hearing for today, along with the green card, the affidavit of service, and the photographs of the posting. I'd also like to submit into evidence the letter was received from Mr. Townsend making the request that's attached to the notice of hearing. And lastly, I'm going to tender into evidence the affidavit of non-compliance.
We need to give more time.
Thank you very much. We accept these items into evidence.
So as for the extension, I would remind you that the board has entered a findings of fact, conclusions of law that was signed by the chair on June 11th. I'm going to go ahead and provide that to you so you have a copy of that. In that order, it provides that the property was to be brought into compliance by July the 5th. Obviously, now it's August the 7th. So more than 30 days has passed, and so we're suggesting an additional 30 days, so it'll almost be 60 days out. So what will happen is that the order that was entered will be revised to reflect a new compliance date, so the fine will not begin to run.
Thank you. We accept this into evidence. Thank you.
And that's all I have. I'm not sure if Mr. Townsend is here or not.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Just one other thing too, I'd just like to state that I did check with Mills County's website, so he does have an active permit for what he needs.
Okay, good.
His first rough inspection is actually scheduled for tomorrow.
Oh, good. Very good.
So he is working on it.
Mr. Townsend, would you like to, or anybody like to speak on your behalf? Please state your name, Mr. Queen.
My name is Christopher Queen. I'm an acting contractor for Mr. Townsend. I really don't have a whole lot to say now that he just said everything I was going to say. We do have an active permit. We apologize for the delay. There was some confusion on what was initially expected, and Mr. Townsend had told me I was on vacation when he had received the initial letter and said that we needed to have permits pulled by the date, not the compliance. He had misinterpreted the letter. When I saw the letter, I wasn't very happy about the situation. But no ill intent on Mr. Townsend's part. His family helped him do the repairs that were done. Nothing else has been done to the property. It merely has drywall installed, and we did acquire the proper permits, and as stated, we do have our first inspection tomorrow. I would like to ask for 45 days, if that's possible. I've worked on a bunch of these, and the inspection process can lead to other things that have not been brought to code, and now because of this situation, things are changing and we have to bring other things up to code. Just a basic, for instance, would be a failure of a mechanical inspection because there are 2 smoke detectors in the house originally, but now it needs 6. So there are things that we can't foresee, and I just was hoping for a slightly larger time to get this task completed, but we are in the process of working on the property now.
Mr. Trask, did you say 60 days out?
30.
30?
So it's a total of 60, because it was supposed to be
Right.
compliance by
Right.
July 5th.
Right,
We're already in August the 7th. That 30 days is already passed, so we're suggesting another 30 days.
right, so,
Total of 60. That'll bring it to September 5th.
okay. Questions?
No.
So my only other statement would be that if anybody has gone through the permitting process, that can take 15 to 20 days alone. So trying to be in compliance in 30 days, I think, is unreasonable in the situation that we're dealing with. I had another house right down the street. It took almost 4 months. Everybody is really busy. There's a lot of people saying they're going to come. They don't come. It's a very daunting task to complete these in a short amount of time.
Excuse me, Mr. Stillman, I have a question. Is this for to get the permits or to get the permits and have it completed?
I'm sorry, can you repeat yourself?
Is the violation to obtain the permits, the needed permits, or to get the permits and have the work completed and approved?
The initial violation is to have the permits and the work completed, so it needs to be in compliance, which requires them to have permits and the work done.
And signed off by the county?
Yes.
Okay, no, 30 days is not long enough. Guaranteed.
I agree.
Not when everybody else is doing it.
I'm still sitting there.
Yeah, we're in that position as well. So should we make a motion?
Yep.
I'll make a motion that we do extend the,
We just do the whole thing,
oh,
Yeah, extend it.
I'll let someone else do that.
Well, I'm curious, so if we make a motion, are we just moving to extend the prior finding? Or procedurally, how exactly do we do that, since this one is a little different?
So it'd just be a motion to extend the compliance date to whatever date you determine, and then we'll take that prior order, we'll do another order, and it'll have the new compliance date in it. So that's really what you're doing. We want to avoid the fine beginning to run. So if you extend the compliance date, that's how we get there. So your motion would be to just, I move to extend the compliance date to whatever. That will work.
So we're thinking 60 days would be October.
Fifth or-
It'd be right
I
around
think he said-
October 5th.
Yeah, October 5th.
And it would be best if we have a date certain instead of 60 days, 30
Right.
days, so we don't have to look at the calendar.
Our October meeting is on the 2nd.
So do we want to say October 2nd?
We will not come back to you at October 2nd because of the fact that we have a 10-day notice requirement.
Okay,
So we can bring it back to you at the November meeting. You can pick any date in
Okay,
October.
that
We'll bring
would
it
be
back to
great.
the November meeting. Yeah.
And you're asking, the city's position is, we're asking not to charge or fine. We're just
Until then.
extending until whatever the date the board chooses.
Right. If you extend the compliance date, the fine will not begin to run.
right, until that date.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank you.
I can make a motion if you're, so I move based on the testimony, evidence, facts presented in law that at the time of the alleged violation, sections 3.3.2 and 6.8.1 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Oldsmar was enforced. In fact, the respondent was in violation thereof. The respondent has until the 3rd day of October.
Our meeting's
No,
on the
November.
2nd.
No.
November,
Well,
Yeah, it's-
November.
no, he needs to be
60
so
getting
days.
we're gonna do
compliance
it in
by November,
October.
by
so that-
October. So in our November hearing, we have our stuff.
That's right.
So October 3rd, have until the 3rd day of October 2025 to come in compliance with the code section, or a fine of $250 per day shall be imposed for each day thereafter the respondent remains in violation of the said code section.
I'll-
So moved.
Okay.
Any discussion?
So Mr. Carroll was the second
Yes,
motion?
yes.
October 2nd.
October 3rd.
I made the
October
motion for
3rd.
October 3rd.
Sure, Mr. Carroll was the person who seconded the motion, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
October 3rd.
It was October 3rd and she second, Carol
All right.
second.
Do we have that?
Yes.
Okay. No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Townsend, are you okay with this? You're right.
We
Thank you very
appreciate your
much.
time.
Thank you, Mr. McQueen,
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Okay. Good luck to you, sir.
Should we move on to the next agenda item?
Yes, sir.
So,
That would be another extension request.
right, this, case number 4 on the agenda is for City of Oldsmar versus Blue Palma Holdings LLC. This, again, is two things happening here. There's a request for extension of time of the compliance date and also an affidavit of non-compliance. I have a couple of questions for Greg. Greg, if you state your name, your occupation, your job responsibilities here at the city.
My name is Greg Solomon. I'm Code Enforcement Officer for the City of Oldsmar, and I enforce the city codes and ordinances.
Did you receive a request from the property owner for an extension of time in which to come into compliance?
Yes, I did.
Did you set it for hearing for today's hearing?
I did.
Did you issue a notice of hearing?
Yes.
Okay, did you send that by certified and regular mail?
Yes.
Okay, and when you sent it by certified and regular mail, did the regular mail come back to the city?
No.
Did the certified mail come back to the city?
No, just the green return receipt came back signed.
Okay, did you also post the property?
I did.
And when did you post the property?
On July 2nd.
Okay, did you also post City Hall?
Yes.
And you posted both of those at the notice of hearing, correct?
Yes.
Did you issue an affidavit of service?
Yes.
And what does that affidavit of service provide?
It states that on the 2nd of July, I mailed a notice of hearing certified regular mail, certified and return receipt, and regular mail. And on July 2nd, I posted the property at 436 Country Club Drive, and it was posted at City Hall.
Did you take you said you took photographs of those two with the posting then?
Yes.
Okay, and they're attached to the affidavit of service?
Yes.
All right. The previous board order that was entered by the chair on June 11th provides that the property was to come into compliance by July 5th, 2025. Did it come into compliance by that date?
No.
Did you issue an affidavit of non-compliance?
Yes.
And do you have that here today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So the property owner is asking for additional time or extension of time in which to come into compliance. Is the city supportive of that or not?
We are not.
Okay, and the reasons why the city's not supportive of that?
The home is still, it's a substantially damaged home still. I posted a stop work order in January of 2025 on the property, which is about 8 months ago, and it's still in the substantial damage category. So and furthermore than that, the substantial damages might be in violation of the FEMA 50% rule. There's some other flood regulation issues with the property, some additions that have been found that weren't permitted. There's already been work done, and the condition of the home right now is in a dilapidated condition where the windows are removed but plastic covered. The windows are boarded up.
And more than likely, this home is going to have to be demolished, correct?
It would be, yes, either have to be demolished or, depending on the structure of the home, if the first level could be vacated and built up on top of per FEMA regulations.
Okay. All right, thank you. I don't have any other questions. I'm going to tender into evidence the notice of hearing, the green card. Attached to that is the email from the property owner asking for the extension of time for your consideration. Also, tendering into evidence the affidavit of service and the photographs attached to that showing with the posting. And lastly, the affidavit of non-compliance. I'd like to tender those into evidence. As for the board order, I'm going to provide this to you as well so that you can see it, since everybody doesn't have an opportunity to see that before it's actually signed. Only the chair does that. And it does show that the property owner was required to bring the property into compliance by July 5th. If he didn't bring it into compliance by that date, that he'd be subject to a fine of $250 a day. I'm providing this to you so that you know that if you are going to give him an extension, what that extension date would be.
We accept these into evidence. Thank you.
I was waiting for you guys to call me, but that's okay. Good afternoon, sorry.
Excuse me, we'll just, okay, if you could state your name, and
Okay,
we were not quite prepared, we've got this.
I'll wait for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, would you like to speak now on case 2005004? 2025.
Good afternoon, my name's Sergio. I'm the owner of property located at
Your
436
full name, please?
Sergio Parra. The owner of property located at 436 Country Club. I want to start with, I have the letter for the hearing for today. And I also have the email that I sent Mr. Silliman with the letter that I sent inside the email requesting the extension and providing a reason why. I interviewed a couple contractors. Nobody wanted to take on substantial damage houses. Called a few, actually quite a few appraisers. Many of them say that they will be, and I stated in the letter, that they wouldn't be taking any assignments before July 10th. Some of them actually replied to me saying that they're not taking on any substantially damaged homes until I call Ms. Tatiana Childress from the building department. I actually had a conversation with her. She sent me an email with a previous appraiser that actually worked substantially damaged home. I found one back, 51-page report on July 9th with the evaluations and everything. After I read the report, I had a call again with Ms. Tatiana Childress for 2 days, going back and forth on the report, and actually she helped me a lot on getting the FEMA cost breakdown. We did that. I'm gonna be submitting that as an evidence for you to see it as well. Last communication we had was on July 15, and I sent the substantial damage report reconsideration on July 23. There is almost a week between our last communication and when I submitted the FEMA cost breakdown. The only reason for that is because my son had a paralysis on his left side of his body. We were in the hospital for a couple days. I actually took my eyes off of this because we were 3 or 4 days in the hospital. Then when I came back on Monday, that we came back home, I started working on finishing this, and I sent it by Wednesday. I'm only saying that. I know it's personal. It's none of your business, but I'm only saying that because it's over here. We don't have any family. I'm an immigrant. It's only me and my wife and my 3 kids, so we don't have anybody to support us on getting our kids in the hospital or whatever we need to do. And that's the only reason why there is a few days between where I got the report and when I submitted the breakdown. And the last thing is in here is the confirmation on Monday, August the 4th, that we have the confirmation that the home is substantially damaged, doesn't meet the 50-50 FEMA rule, and we're going to be demolishing the house, and we're going to be building a new house. That's the only reason we're asking for the extension. just to have a few more days so we pull the permit for demo the house and get it all done. Okay? So if you allow me, I can provide this back to you for you to review it.
So has the city received that substantially? They know it's beyond and irreparable at this point?
Do you already have that?
Yeah.
You already have that.
They have that too?
You have that, and
They
you
have
have that too.
Okay.
That's the communication from the report from the guy, the email. And all the dates are highlighted for you.
Since January.
And there is also an email I sent Mr. Silliman when I submitted the FEMA cost breakdown on July 23rd, letting him know that we already submitted it for review. All we're asking is a few more days, get the house demo and then be in compliance.
Have you applied for the
No,
demolition
I'm
permit yet?
actually already have a conversation with a couple contractors, so we can finish that, get it in contract, and try to start
Okay.
it next week.
Have you signed with a contractor?
No, not yet.
So you haven't,
I think I was dumb enough to actually come here before signing. I thought that it should have been done before, but that was my mistake.
I have no objection to you.
Okay, thank you. Show that we accept these into evidence.
You already have that.
So that's the reason I'm not suggesting those be provided.
Should I wait here or should I sit? Okay.
Okay.
no. But what's the fine per day?
Was 250, was the original.
Yeah.
And the city doesn't ask for anything.
So I'm gonna push him.
The first one that you're seeing over there is just emails Miss Tatiana was sending to me when we were on the call,
Right.
just with some information to help me fill out the form, the FEMA cost breakdown. It doesn't make any sense because there is no email thread, but that's what it means. That's what it means.
So you have copies of these for yourself already?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I have everything on my email with everything that we have to go down. And that page that you're seeing, that's the the cost breakdown they send for the repairs, bring it up to substantial damage, is way off the 50%, so.
Review the evidence. Does anyone have a motion? Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to add one thing. So some additional information has been, made known to us today. For example, the fact that the property owner is interested in demolishing the home. With that understanding, the city has no objection to an extension of 30 days so that the fine does not begin to run. So we're having no objection to a compliance date of September the 7th. And then if he gets it demolished by then the fine would begin to run if it's not demolished. So I started out my conversation with you today that we were not supportive of an extension.
Correct.
I've changed that position based upon the testimony that I've heard in discussion with Tatiana and Greg, that a 30-day extension is appropriate to the compliance date to make it September the 7th.
September 7th.
So in compliance would be the removal, the demolition and removal of the property so it looks empty.
Like nothing was there.
Gone.
Yeah.
We could have a picnic on it.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay?
No?
All right.
Does
Thank you.
anybody have a motion?
I move, based upon the testimony, evidence, and facts presented in law, that at the time of the alleged violations, sections 3.3.2 and 6.8.1 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Oldsmar was enforced. In fact, the respondent was in violation thereof. The respondent has until the 7th day of September 2025 to come into compliance with the code section, or a fine of $250 per day shall be imposed for each day thereafter the respondent remains in violation of said code section.
Second. Peggy? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
You look.
Those opposed?
Was, I didn't,
Opposed?
was it extended or not? Oh, I'm sorry.
Those opposed, nay.
Okay, sorry, I am sorry,
No, I know. I was trying to get your attention.
yes. Do you have that? Yes. Okay, so I just want to mention, Mr. Para, this originally came to light in January of 2025.
Yes.
And it is under extenuating circumstances, I think, that you're being provided with an additional 30 days now that you've come in. But it's important when you work with the city and your neighbors and your community to react to violations or anything immediately, as you well know. And so, because you'll be facing a lot of permits and so forth in the near future. We just encourage you to pay attention,
We do.
okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I just want to make sure before I made a mistake. Am I getting the extension or not?
You have an extension until the 7th
Thank you.
of September,
Everything will be in
7th
compliance.
of September to bring this violation into compliance.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to add to this meeting?
There's one thing I want to discuss with you, just so that you know. When you first got the agenda for this meeting, you'll know there were 3 additional matters that were on the agenda. They were all affidavits of non-compliance. We removed them from the agenda because we want to make sure that we've got proper service, a notice of hearing being provided to the property owner. And so that's why we removed them. They will come back next month. And it was for no other reason other than to make sure that we've got good service on those property owners.
Good to know.
It's
Okay.
Thank
so
you.
much better to be on the side of caution. Thank you. Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
We're adjourned.
We're adjourned.
4:55. Thank you, Rita. Hey, Rita. Thank you.
I want to change
Thank
my
you.
mind because
Thank
mine,
you.
because he's the same old bullshit.